Alright, hello. Um, we're live again. I told you I didn't expect to be as long as I was, but we are live again. Um, just have to wait a minute here to see what everything looks like. The bitrate is not great as usual, but I kind of don't expect it to ever be that great. I just want it to be stable. Right now it says it's stable, and that's what matters. It says that we're stable. Not very stable. That's a really low bit rate. I don't know how to fix that. I really don't. That's a problem. That's a big problem. Don't know how to fix that. I really should just switch over to OBS, but OBS has its own issues that I don't even want to begin to deal with right now. No. Why are you doing that? I guess that works. Now let's see what stream looks like. Again, I am very sorry to have to do this in the middle of the stream. I really am sorry. It's a horrible thing to have to do, but okay. We're stable. Who knows how long that'll last, so let's enjoy it while it does last. Alright, apologies. Big apologies about that. Alright, here we go. Don't know how much longer this, or how long this stream will be. But we're gonna just see. We're just gonna see. Yeah. We're just gonna keep on rolling and see how far we get. I don't know which way to go. So I wanted to talk about the Nintendo Direct recently, because it really kind of scares me. Like, they are absolutely... If you didn't see it, I mean, watch it, I guess, but to summarize, the Switch 2 is currently priced at $450. $450, and if you want the combo that comes with the Switch 2 and the new Mario Kart game that's coming out for it, it's $500. And you hear that and you think, okay, well that's really expensive, but you know what, fine. I buy the console and then fine, I have the console and that's it. But it doesn't stop there, see, because Nintendo's doing this thing with virtual game cards, or whatever they called it, and they're trying to essentially kill physical games. That's really, and that's not an exaggeration, they're really trying to kill physical games, because it costs them manufacturing money to make the physical games, and I guess for whatever reason, this multi-billion-dollar company just doesn't have the money in them to make physical games anymore. So they're doing virtual game cards now. And like, you can transfer your games between Switches, and if you have a Switch 2, you can transfer certain Switch 1 games, and that's all great, that's fine. but the way they present it is very much... It's very much like they're trying to phase out digital or physical games, and I don't like that at all, because physical games, I try to get whenever possible. I try to get physical games. Because, I mean, how are you gonna, who's gonna, oh, here, look at my library of, you know, digital downloads. Like, that's stupid. I miss having Xbox games on, I have a shelf full of Xbox games and Wii games and all that, and that's, it looks nice, and it is nice. It's cool to have. And not only that, but you have a physical game, it doesn't matter. You know, like, you don't need no virtual game bullshit. If you have a physical game, you can just put that in whatever console you have. You can have 30 different consoles, they're all gonna play the exact same game. You know, like, you don't need virtual games. So, it's... And if it was just, like, the way they presented it, that's the thing. It's not that it's, oh, you can share games between consoles. Oh, you can share games with a friend. They could borrow games. That's cool. Found Flare. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. That's a cool feature, but they present it in such a way that it's like they don't want you to have physical games anymore. And I say that because of another reason. The prices. Now, Nintendo knows that they run the market right now. Nintendo knows that Sony and Microsoft are kind of in the shitter right now in terms of consoles and games. So they run the market, and they can easily gouge at the prices, which they have done. But also, they have the whole tariff thing that's going on, which we won't get into politics. I used the cure spell instead of the life spell, damn it. We won't get into politics, but the fact is there is tariffs going on, and there is a bunch of taxes and a bunch of things that are happening in the world that does affect us in more ways than one. So again, we don't need to get into politics, but that is a big reason as to the price increases. For example, the Switch, I said the Switch 2 is going to be $450, which is so expensive for a game console, especially a glorified Switch 1, you know. But the thing is, the games, digital games, so we're talking like high AAA digital games, right? Like, let's say, what would a AAA game be? Like the new Mario Kart game, right? The new Mario Kart game. Everyone's talking about it. Everyone's hyped for it. It's an open world Mario Kart, which I think is stupid. I don't see the point, and it kind of looks dumb. I'm excited for it. I'm not getting it. I can tell you that much. Certainly, I'm not getting it on day one. That's what I'll say. I will probably get it sometime in the future, but I ain't getting it day one, and I'm probably not getting it day two either. But everyone, you know, they talk about this, the new Mario game. Everyone's gonna get it, right? So how much does it cost? Well, it cost $80. $80 for a digital game. $80 for a digital download, right? Now, here's the crazy part, because again, it just costs so much manufacturing money that Nintendo just doesn't have, I guess. Multi-billion-dollar company just can't pay the manufacturing cost. It costs $90 for physical games. They're not even pricing it at the same as digital. You have to pay more for a physical game. $90. to play the new Mario Kart, right? That's so upsetting. That sucks. And it's because of these, and again, I don't like to get political on here. We could, if we wanted to get political, we could get political, but we're not going to. Not on here. But the fact is, it does have a large part to do with these tariffs and these taxes and all these new things that are happening as a result of certain people's decisions. And that's very upsetting, because now, just because I want to play the new silly hoo-hoo kart racing game, I have to pay $90 to get it physical and $80 to get it on digital? Like, that sucks. That sucks. That's not good. That's not good. And the fact is, at the very least, for the next 4 years, and again, I mean, we don't want to get political, but at the very least, for the next 4 years, that's going to be the norm. $80 for digital games and $90 for physical games. That's going to be the norm, and that's not okay. That is not okay at all. When the prices of everything else are rising, it's not okay. That's just not okay. I don't know any other way to say it. Is there any other way that I need to say it? I mean, is there anyone out there at all that hears $80 for a digital download of a game and says, yeah, that makes sense, yeah, that's cool? No, not a single soul. It's not okay, it's not cool, it's not good at all. And that's the norm now. At the very least, it's going to be the norm for Nintendo, because Nintendo says it is. I realize there's not a lot that they can do. Stream is disconnected. Oh, cool. Please just reconnect, because I don't want to play this game anymore. And when I say game, I'm not talking about this game. That is also true, but I'm talking about this game of the whole streaming, and it's not going well, and your stream is disconnected, even though you just reset your internet, and everything should be fine, but no, of course it isn't. I don't like the aspect of streaming. And I know I could find a way to fix it if I just looked into it. Are we connected again? We're connected again. Cool. Yeah, but that's upsetting. So yeah, I know Nintendo, they don't exactly have, well, they don't. They have no say in anything that's going on with taxes and tariffs and all of that. Taxes and tariffs and trading, oh my. But they do have a say in their prices, and they certainly do have a say in their manufacturing costs for physical games. Yeah, oh, it's gonna cost more. We don't want it to cost more. Tough shit, Nintendo. You're a multi-billion-dollar company. You can afford to pay someone minimum wage, or maybe even a little dollars over minimum wage, to develop your games and to ship them. That's so upsetting to me, and I don't think people are saying, like, I've said it multiple times, oh, well, the taxes and the tariffs and whatever, right? But I don't think there is any good excuse for not being able to pay someone to make your physical games, and you're having to raise the prices of physical games. No, go, screw you. You don't raise the prices of physical games. They stay the exact same as a digital game. Because if I'm paying more money, then why am I even buying a physical game? And they know that. Nintendo knows that. That's what they're doing. They're doing it intentionally. They're doing it intentionally. They're making you pay more money to buy physical games because then they get more money for the few people that actually are going to still get physical games. And the people that have seen that, oh, it cost me $90 now to get fucking Mario Kart, they're going to switch over to digital where it only costs them $80. Big whoop. They're going to switch over to digital games to save that $10. And that's why Nintendo's doing it. They're phasing out physical games completely to lower their manufacturing costs, and it's bullshit. It's not a good look for them. It's a horrible look for them. But Nintendo has never really cared about how they look. They only care about what they make. And I was watching the Direct. I was watching the Switch 2 Direct specifically, not the Nintendo Direct. They did show a couple days before that, and there was all these new games and whatever. Deltarune's coming out. I'm hyped for that. Cool. Actually, I think Deltarune was on the Switch 2 Direct, but whatever. Regardless, the Switch 2 Direct. It felt soulless. It felt soulless. And let's talk about game chat, by the way. I happen to know someone in my life personally that is extremely excited by game chat, so at the very least there is one person on this planet that, for whatever reason, is hyped about game chat. I'm not one of them, and I don't think you should be either. Because this is a feature that people have had. In 2012, you know, you can connect a mic on Xbox or on PlayStation. You can play with your friends. This is something that's existed for a decade. Longer than a decade. And it's just being implemented into a Nintendo console for the very first time. And they are doing it in a way like, oh, you should be excited, everyone. Be excited, be so excited, we're so happy. But the problem is, they're just doing it bad. They made Discord. They just made Discord. They made Nintendo Discord. And it sucks. I don't want to see someone else's face when I'm playing a fucking video game. Nobody does. Nobody's gonna use that feature. And the few people that are probably not going to use it for good reasons. Yeah, they have parental controls or whatever. I'm interested to see what their parental controls are on that, because they would need to be seriously cracked down, because if you have... They did mention that you could use the camera and stuff in online. So this isn't just something you can use with your friends that you have. You can connect to online games and do it. Why do they not see the problem with that? Why do you think that Xbox and PlayStation never had a camera, other than the fact that it's stupid and no one wants it? Why do you think they haven't had it? It's because you give someone a camera, bad things are gonna happen. This Nintendo, they make games for children. That's the fact. And there are adults that also play those games, and some adults that play those games are not good people. And they're just not good people, and they're gonna do really, really bad things when you give them access to a camera. And that's not okay. And that's not okay at all. And I don't know if Nintendo just really didn't even think of that, like that thought didn't even cross their mind for whatever reason. But it's gonna be a problem. And that's why I say I'm curious to see what their parental controls are, because how do you prevent something like that from occurring? I don't think you can, ever. The way you do it is by not having that feature. And they have, like, the new Mario Party, or, like, I should say, the old Mario Party that has, like, 5 new features with your camera. They have this, right? And you watch the trailer for that, and it looks stupid. Everyone is smiling, they're having such a great time in the most corporate way possible. And I also want to point out that you notice, you watch back those trailers, you watch back the Direct, in any of the situations where they are doing the whole camera thing, right? Like, we're coming out of the pipe, yippee, which I don't even want to get into, because how are they planning on having a full body camera? Like, what, how are they, but regardless, any of that, right? You see that they do it, and you can notice, if you look at it, you watch those trailers back, those people are in completely white rooms. They're not in a living room cluttered with stuff and walls that are painted a grayish color. They're not in their bedroom with their shelves in the background cluttered with stuff. They're in empty white voids. And that's the only way that your camera is going to properly green screenify your face the way that it shows in the trailer. That's the only way it's going to happen, is if you're in a completely white void with studio lighting. Okay? It's not going to work out. The camera is not going to properly cut your face in a way that makes it look good. It's not going to happen. And the fact that they even tried to trick you. They tried to trick the consumer into thinking, oh, look how well it works. You see, everyone, you could just see their faces. Look, it's just so perfect. Everything works perfectly. There's no issues whatsoever. You have to stay in a completely white void with studio lighting in order for it to work. But, you know, other than that, it's great, right? It's just like, they try and pull this stunt where they try and trick you into thinking it's something that it's not. And that's not cool. That's false advertising. False advertisement. And that's not okay. But also, it didn't work because I can't speak for everyone, but I certainly noticed it right away. These people are in completely white voids, and that's the only way that your face is going to be properly cropped out with those cameras. Without it, it's going to be horrible. You're going to get blurry, barely recognizable faces. You're going to get pixelization to the extreme. And you're going to get poorly cropped, maybe even completely uncropped faces. And that's just that. And then everyone's talking about this. This isn't just me. They have this screen share feature, again, like Discord, because they want to be original. They want to be Discord now, right? Let's have a Nintendo Discord. Let's even include a button on our controllers to make you access Nintendo Discord, right? And they have a game share. You can see someone else's screen. Now, why you would ever want to see someone else's screen when you're playing a video game on your own, I don't know. That's stupid. That's alone. By itself, that's stupid. Why you would want to see someone else's game screen, I don't know why you would want to see someone else's game screen. That's pretty dumb. But even in the trailer, they show off that feature, and it's like 2 frames per second. It's bad. It doesn't work. It sucks. And the fact of the matter is, the example they're showing in the trailer, that's supposed to be everything working at its best. So that means one of 2 things here, right? That means that they just randomly, threw it together and they didn't even care how it looked. And they didn't check it, they just said ship it out, send it. Or, guess what? That is what it looks like at its best. At its best, it's gonna look 2 frames per second. When you only have 4 people playing the Nintendo Switch in the entire world, and those 4 people are playing the Nintendo Switch to demonstrate the features of the Nintendo Switch, and those 4 people are playing with probably, you know, extremely fast internet in a room that's been set up and designed by a prop team with studio lighting. When you have all of those factors combined, and there's only 4 people in the entire world playing the Nintendo Switch 2, using this game chat feature, and it still looks 2 frames per second, what do you think that's gonna mean when 1 billion people have the Nintendo Switch 2 and are trying to use the game chat feature, and all of a sudden, uh-oh, it looks like garbage? Because we are, you know, working class people with working class internet to match. Not the highest speed internet in the world, not, you know, multi-billion dollars worth of computer speed and console speed and internet speed. We're just working class people using our consoles to make ourselves get the dopamine to avoid the rest of the world. We're trying to get our hee-hee-hoo-hoos in to make ourselves feel happy after a long day of work. It's gonna be like 0.09 frames per second. Because if they show off in the trailer that the game share looks like 2 FPS, and that's what it's supposed to be at its best, they showed it, they zoomed in on it. For fuck's sake, if they knew that there was something wrong with it, they wouldn't have zoomed in on it. They zoomed in on it. Excalibur. Cool. I think that's the best sword in the game, and I think that actually means we probably have... No, we're missing 2 pieces of armor, or I guess maybe 3. And... weapons. Weapons. Okay, so we have everything except 1 weapon upgrade, so that's cool. I'm sure we'll get that pretty soon, maybe. But that's cool, that's good. That means we are nearing the end of the game. Anyways. Yeah, it's just not a good look. It isn't, because... what's gonna happen when normal people try to use it? You know, if they're proud, if they're really, truly proud of showcasing the 2 frames per second in the trailer, so much so that they zoom in on it, then what's stopping them? Or excuse me, what's to say that it's gonna be any better when people like me or you try to use it? It's not. It's not gonna be any better, it's gonna be worse. It's gonna be worse when me and you try to use it. Not that me and you are ever gonna use it, because why would you? What a stupid feature. It's no one wanted this. No one wanted Nintendo Discord. But we got it now, and there's nothing we can do about it. And it's gonna cause nothing but issues. It's gonna cause a lot of bad things happening with that camera feature, that $60 camera. That's not gonna be good. If you want to implement mics and you want to have a mic chat, fine. Fine, Nintendo. Go ahead. You know, you're 12 years, 15 years late to the rest of the world, but you want to implement your mic into the built-in Switch and you want to have mic chat now? Fine, Nintendo. Go ahead. We won't say anything. But you want to have a camera now? And you want to have game share now? And you want to have this chat button exclusively on the Nintendo Switch 2 console because of how proud you are of this feature that you are apparently is so innovative to you. You know? Like, that's... I'm sorry, Nintendo, that ain't how it works. You want to have your mic? You have your mic. That's fine. We won't say nothing. We'll just shut up and we'll eat our Nintendo brand cereal like good boys and girls. But you can't have a camera and expect it to go well, and you can't show us this 2 FPS and expect us to eat it up and be happy. And I say all this, but I love Nintendo. I love them. I mean, for fuck's sake, they're Nintendo. How can you not love Nintendo? But they just suck. They just suck. They don't know what they're doing half the times. They just don't respect you. Nintendo... Sorry about that, bumped my table. Nintendo doesn't respect you. They don't respect the way you think, the way you act, the way you feel about their games. They don't. They respect your money. And this isn't the game developer's fault. I do believe that the people working on these games, for the most part, are very passionate, I think. At the very least, they are passionate enough to go all out and really just give you everything. The game developers are. But Nintendo, as a corporation, they don't respect you. The game developers might. The game developers might respect you a lot. Or they might respect you a mediocre amount. Or they might not respect you at all. That's to be said on their part. But we're not talking about them. We're talking about Nintendo as a company. Nintendo as a company does not give a shit about you or me. And that's a fact. It's a sad fact, but it is a fact. My stream just disconnected again, so that probably means that the bitrate sucks and that the VOD is gonna suck. I mean, yeah, the VOD always sucks when I do these, every time. Yeah, we've been unstable a couple of times, yeah. We're good for 5 minutes, and then we go out for 15 seconds. And that may not seem like a lot, but trust me, it is. It certainly is a lot. And unstable at 1,000, I don't know how that's possible. I don't know how you are streaming at that high of a bitrate when I told you to not stream any higher than what are you doing? Why? And I can't mess with all these settings right now because I'm streaming. Oh, this sucks. I hate Streamlabs. Thank God it's free, and thank God OBS is free, because neither of them have been working for me. Why? Why are you doing that? Why are you doing that? Okay. I set my bitrate to this, and you set it back for me. I couldn't, like you, I set it to this. This is what I want my bitrate to be, and you just change it. You go ahead and you just change it for me, right? And I try to do everything in my power to make this shit look good. But you don't care, do you? Do you, Streamlabs? No, you don't. If you cared, you'd let me, you would let me, If they cared, they would let me change it to the way that I want to change it, but they don't. Streamlabs doesn't care about me either. Just like Nintendo doesn't care about any of us. Here's the thing, you guys. I'm still recording. I'm unstable as shit. Oh, that's bad. Because here's what it said. it went up to 3000 bitrate. I didn't tell you to do that. I set you at the number that I set you, and you were supposed to stay there. You didn't. Why? Why didn't you stay there? Why did you change when I told you not to change? It sucks. It sucks. No, I don't want you streaming at 3500. I want you streaming at 500, for fuck's sake. Okay, I don't know how to... And this is part of the reason why... Well, no, this is a very large part of the reason as to why the Vods look like shit, because of the bitrate, because of Streamlabs. I should just switch over to OBS, but if I were to do that, I would need to end the stream, and I'm not doing that. So we're just going to keep going here, and I'm sorry. I really am. I really am sorry for anyone that's watching this, whether it's live or it's not live, because I know this looks bad. This looks like shit. And I hate that. I really do. I really hate that, because I want it to look good for you. I realize I'm swearing a lot more than I usually do today, but I'm a grown adult, you know. We're all grown adults here. We can do that. We can swear a little bit, you know. That's just how I am. I try not to. But when I get very passionate about something, the way that I'm very passionate about doing this, it makes me mad, and I swear a lot. So, yes. As I was saying, Nintendo as a company, they don't care. They just want your money. They don't want nothing else from you besides your money. They don't want your opinions, they don't want your feelings, they don't want your thoughts. They want your money. And they'll do whatever it takes to get your money. If that means that they have to make a Nintendo Discord, then they'll do it. They'll do that to get your money. Who they think is buying it, I don't know. I really don't know who they think is buying it, because it ain't no one that I know. And then, oh yes, let's talk about this, right? They showed off a tech demo, like an Astrobot type, not like... I realize Astrobot has a game that's like an actual game now, and it like won Game of the Year, which is surprising. And let's talk about that. Isn't it kind of sad and scary that a tech demo can win a Game of the Year? I'm not saying that Astrobot was bad. I'm not saying that. I'm saying it's a sad state for video games as a whole when a tech demo wins Game of the Year. Because that's what Astrobot started as. It was a tech demo. And Nintendo has made their own little Astrobot tech demo. So I can go there now then? Is that what I am gathering? Nintendo... Great. Nintendo has made their own little Astrobot, and that's cool. But they show it off, and everyone's like, okay, that's cool, I guess. Yippee, we get to learn more about how the Switch 2 works, and their magnets, and all that. But it's paid. And they say that. They say explicitly it's a paid tech demo. Because, and I will be calling it a tech demo, because it is a tech demo. It's a tech demo of the Nintendo Switch 2, and it's paid. They didn't tell us the price, but it shouldn't be paid, period. It should not be paid. It should be a free game. If I'm paying $450 to buy a damn console, the least you can do is give me your shitty tech demo, alright? But it's a paid game. It's a paid tech demo. I said game by mistake there. It's a paid tech demo, and they didn't reveal the price very smartly, because they knew if they did, people would probably be freaking out regardless of what it is. But that game better not be a single penny. A single penny over $9.99. Because a tech demo does not deserve to be a penny over $9.99. But, no, a tech demo doesn't deserve to be a penny over a penny. But it is, in this case. So, $9.99. It better be, or cheaper even. Yeah. But that's what it better be. Truthfully. If we're really getting into specifics here, that's what it better be. This is actually... I've enjoyed this conversation with you so far. I say to the void, the empty void of no one here. I've enjoyed this. I've enjoyed talking about this. I enjoy having a space to be able to share my opinions on these things. And I'm very passionate about a lot of things, but I'm very passionate about video games as a whole. Because video games, they change people's lives. Really, they do. They change people's lives in ways that matter. So to see that the game standard, the company's standard is now $80 for a digital and $90 for a physical, and the company's standard is telling your consumers lie after lie after lie when we just want to play games. It's sad. It does. It makes me sad. It makes me very passionately upset. Because that's not okay. That's not okay to do to people, especially right now. People are not okay right now. People are having a very tough time. Economically, mentally, you know, this is not a good time for people. Not a good time for Americans, not a good time for the world right now. And video games are an escape. So to have our escape cost $450 to buy the console and then $80 to buy the game to buy one game on my escape, it's not good. It's not a good look for Nintendo, it's not a good look for video games, and you know, video games are gonna last forever. Excuse me, that was my phone. Video games are gonna last forever, right? That's like, you don't get rid of video games, right? It's not, the game industry is not going to come to a complete and total end. But we're in a depression. A games depression, and there's no other way to word it. We're in a games depression. Nintendo, they had their depression when they released the Wii U, and after that depression came the Switch, the greatest console of all time, for Nintendo at least. It's their greatest console, it's their greatest success, it has been their greatest success. And now they're rocketing off of that success, because we are, as people have called it, we're in success Nintendo. Failure Nintendo breeds creativity. Failure Nintendo creates the Wii. Failure Nintendo creates the Switch. Success Nintendo creates nothing. Success Nintendo just continues the same, and they just give you more of the same over and over and over again in a soulless way, to where you're just a consumer. And they don't treat consumers with respect anymore. They treat you as a dollar amount. The game developers, they're not part of that conversation. Game developers, they care. Companies don't. They don't. So, if I had to predict the trajectory of gaming as a whole, I would say that we're looking at a crash. I really do think, because Microsoft, Sony, you know, what have they done console-wise recently that has been successful for them? Not much. Not very much at all. And what are they probably going to do console-wise that's going to be successful for them? Probably not much. But then you have the Steam Deck that comes out, and I don't have a Steam Deck, but I've heard good things about it, and I've heard a lot of good things about it, and I think what you should expect in this new era of gaming is a rise, hopefully, of indie developers, of genuinely creative indie developers that are gonna sell their games for $20 instead of $80 goddamn dollars. Indie developers that respect you as a human being, and they're going to create games that they wish they could play. And I think that's hopefully, ideally, going to be what we see. Is there's going to be a crash, somewhat, of consoles and companies, and a rise of indie developers. And then, naturally, the only trajectory to go after that is these companies are going to have to, if this goes well, if my theory is correct and there is this crash, but the thing is, there's not going to be, because Nintendo's going to sell billions of these things, and they know that. What a waste of time. Why did I do all this? Nintendo's going to sell billions. They know they are, and they are. But if there were to be a console crash, if there were to be a great company crash of these video game companies, that would be actually extremely beneficial for the game industry as a whole. Because then it would be up to us, the people that are making games out of love for games, the people that are making games out of respect for players. It would be up to us to decide, you know, where the game industry goes. And it would be, they would have to follow us. Right? And that's sort of what happened in the past when the rise of indie games and PC gaming really took off and Steam really took off. That's sort of what happened, is these companies, they had to come down to our standards. That's what needs to happen again. My stream disconnected. We're still recording, but of course my stream disconnected because I'm guessing the bit rate is awful, and it just doesn't want to listen to me. When I tell it to stay a specific bit rate, it doesn't want to stay a specific bit rate. It just does whatever the hell it wants to do, unlike OBS, which will actually do what I need it to do. And except OBS, the crazy thing about OBS is it keeps doing what Streamlabs is doing, which is disconnecting over and over and over and over again. I never had that problem when I was streaming with Streamlabs, but now I'm having that problem, so at this point I might as well just switch back over to OBS, where everything is easier for me and things make sense. So yeah, the game industry is at a halt, and Nintendo is pushing it even deeper. Especially if the standard is going to be $90 physical games for all consoles. If that's going to be the standard now, we're at a halt. We're at an impasse. We're at a problem. We're at a problem. And the only way to fix it is... Oh, it disconnected again. My stream disconnected again. That's cool. Okay. Whippy dippy. I am fucking upset. Oh yeah, you want to do a 2500 bit rate? Yeah, no, that makes sense. I mean, I can totally understand why you would want to have my bitrate set to 2500, even though I changed it down to 600, and then you just changed it back up there for me, even though I didn't tell you to do that. You just did it automatically. That makes sense why you would want to do that. I totally get it. Oh, you did it again? Oh, I set it to 600 and then you did it again? Oh, okay, that's cool. That's so cool of you, man. Oh, it's even... Okay, well, now it's only 27. Yeah, no, that's cool. Or 23, yeah, no, that's cool. I mean, it's just cool, man. You just have a great time. Streamlabs, you just go ahead and you have a great time. You just do whatever you want to do. You don't have to fit to my standards. You don't have to do what I tell you to do. You're your own person, buddy. You go ahead, Streamlabs, baby, you go and you go off and you do you. You do you. You do what you want to do with your life. Be your own man. Be your own person. Go ahead, because you're clearly not doing anything to benefit me! Alright. Yeah, I think it's cool that these things can just fucking heal now. I think that's great. Because it's like a waste of time. Like, oh, I hit you, and then, oh, you're gonna heal yourself for all of the damage I did, and then it's like, what? Why? Why would you do that? Like, what is the point then? Like, why am I even attacking you if you're just gonna keep doing that? There's that bitch. That fucking... The boss is over there. I can see it. It's in my sights. If this boss is, like, a pain in the ass, then... I don't know. That better be the boss. That better be you face the boss. It doesn't, like, do, oh, ha, I see you. Now I'm gonna go over here. No, we're not playing that game. The game we're playing is called There's the Boss, I'm Fighting It. That's going to be the end of the stream. That's the game we're playing. We're not playing the Disappearing Act game anymore. That's not funny. It's not fun. It doesn't contribute anything to your shitty story. It's just annoying. Yeah. So. Wow, talking about Nintendo really got me worked up, and Streamlabs did not help one bit. Okay, so I don't know where I need to go. I don't know where you want me to go. But I'm going here, and that, look at that. Look at that. I want you to take a close look at what I'm looking at right now. And I want you to tell me, is there a reason for that? Is there? I don't see one, do you? Oh, we disconnected again. Oh, yippee-dippy. Hippy-dippy-dippy-doo-dah. Yippity-doo-dah-day. Yippity-doo-dah-dippity-day. Yippity-ba-ba. Yeah, she missed, even though she has no blind status effect. Now she does. Oh, I missed, even though I have no blind status effect. Okay. Game sucks. Where am I going? That's the question, isn't it? Because you never know. The game never tells you. You just figure it out. There's no map. There's no compass. You just walk. You walk a lonely road, and sometimes it's gonna be the only road that you ever know, and you might not know where it goes. But it's only you sometimes. You're just gonna walk alone. Okay, so it feels very much like I need to go that way. Right? It feels very much like I need to go that way, and very much like I don't need to go this way. But I'm gonna do it anyways! I really think we're close to the boss here. Just please stop. I'm sorry. That was... I should have muted for that. I coughed. The quicker I get done with this game, the quicker my life is better, as a whole. And I said I would take a break. I said I would, and I didn't. I haven't yet. Because my hope is that I can just rush through it, and that will just be done in no time. But I'm kind of getting to the point where I realize that's not going to happen. Yeah. That's definitely the final boss. So this is the way I need to go, then. Then what the hell is all this crap down here? That's just garbage? Not the final boss. This isn't the final boss of the game. I don't know when that is. But this isn't the guy. I know this isn't the guy because the guy, you have like 4 dudes with you. You actually have more party members later in the game, if I remember correctly, and I hope to God in heaven that I do. Because if I'm supposed to go through the rest of this game with 2 party members, I will eat my own... Yeah, I don't really quite know what to say anymore. I'm kind of running on empty. I was supposed to stream at 10 o'clock this morning. It's 2:48 right now. We've only done really 2 hours of stream, technically speaking. I mean, not fully yet, but like almost 2 hours total in stream, because I did a stream earlier and then I stopped to do laundry, and now we're back with this one, and I think this is the better half of the two if the stream would not cut out as often. But regardless of that, yeah, I was supposed to be streaming at 10 to now, which would have been 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, that's 4 or 5 hours that I was supposed to stream compared to 2 hours. So yeah, I'm upset about that, and I'm upset about Nintendo being Nintendo, and it's just, that's how it is, man. This better be the guy. Mwaha, you can't catch me. You know, I don't know who made this game. I'm sure they thought that it was good when they made it, and they probably made it with love and everything. I'm gonna find them, and I'm going to end them. I'm going to find them, and I'm going to end them, and that's just what I said. I cannot believe that people they made a video game and they said this is good, and they just said that this is good, this is fine, this is passable, acceptable, this is good. Show America this. This is a great first introduction to the Final Fantasy series. Show them, they'll love it. Why? Like, why? Why? Did we need to have 2 guys here? Did we need to? Did we absolutely need them? One, 2 footsteps I take into another enemy's face. Has this been a fun stream for all of y'all? Has it? Because, boy howdy has this been. Okay, so this is the entrance, right? This is the entrance of the dungeon. So clearly we must be very, very close. Because if they were to put that staircase there, that means that the boss of this dungeon has to be close, because they wouldn't put a way to get back to the start if they didn't want you to have a clean way out of the dungeon when you've defeated the boss. Look. You see what I'm seeing, right? Look. Why is that necessary? Why? Why does this game suck so hard? Why am I still playing this? I could just say, oh, gee willikers, guys, something funny happened and I lost all my progress and now we can't play the game anymore. But no, I'm still playing this godforsaken nightmare. Anyways, how are all you doing over there? I mean, just look at this. 4 enemies? 4 of them. 4 of them. Really? Really? It's not fun. It's annoying. This isn't how you make a video game. I don't know how you make a video game, but it certainly ain't like this, and my 2 characters shouldn't have missed both of their attacks when we're not blind. She's blind now because of the attack that missed. She missed now because she's blind, but we both were completely seeable and see things, and now. And my stream disconnected again, and I'm using this big attack because I want to get rid of these fuckers. Boy, I'm trying my best to calm down here. Yeah, we're dead. Stream is still disconnected. I have to change my settings again. Let's see what it thinks. Let's see, gang. We have a bet. 2500. Yep, it wants me to stream at 2500 bitrate again. Even though I didn't say that I wanted to stream at 2500 bitrate. That's what Streamlabs wants me to stream at. And so it sets it. Just sets it. Not blind, still missed. Just random misses, right? Yeah, oh gee willikers, you missed. Oopsie poopsie. What reason would I have to be here? What reason? I think I'm gonna end the stream at the boss because it's almost 3 o'clock. So we're not gonna face the boss. We're gonna end the stream at the boss, and then that's gonna be what we do next stream. I don't know when that'll be, and I don't know if it'll work. I'm gonna have to fix a lot of settings in order to figure that out. I would like to think that we're close to the boss, but I realize that we're not, because this game doesn't like you. It doesn't want you to have a nice time. It just wants you dead. This game just wants you dead, and I'm not talking about your character. This game wants you specifically dead. I don't know what that attack is. I don't know what that does. If that's that, clearly that must be an attack on them, not on me. But it sucks. There, I opened that up. I opened that up. So that's the thing, is that I opened it up. You think, oh, well now I can walk in there, right? But I tried a couple of times. I tried, and you can't. I can't walk here. And what is the point of this? Okay, so let me go back now. That's what we'll do. We'll go back. You saw that I opened up the passage. So I go up here. And now that the thing is open, I can walk through there, right? Right? No. Not at all. Something apparently opened. You won't ever get to see what. Do I need to use a bomb? No. I just wasted one. I have 5 left. So now, I assume, because it's the only way I can go... Have I gone down here yet? Yeah, I have. That's the entrance, so you would think, okay, they're clearly, the boss must be coming up soon, otherwise it wouldn't have that little exit area. What is the point of this? Can you tell me? I hate it. I hate it so much. This game is so bad. It's so bad and it's not fun. It's not fun at all. There you go. Go ahead, buddy. And what is the point of this? Can you tell me? Okay, I guess it's to get over there. Why would I want to get over there? Is the boss there? Is that what you're saying? That the boss is there and that's why I need to get over there, is because he's there? Oh, cool. I try. The one time I try something different and you just reflect it. I didn't know you could reflect it. Okay, so it wants me to get over there, right? And I'm gonna save is what I'm gonna do. Haha. See, this looks open, doesn't it? It looks like an open entrance that you could just... You can't. You can't. But what I can do now is I can go all the way back over here and fight these guys again. Isn't that funny? Where does it want me to go? Where? Because it clearly doesn't want me to go in there, and I don't know how. I don't know where. I don't... So I'll go up this stupid staircase again. and just backtrack. See what I missed. Because I must have missed something on these 5 floors. Surely I missed something, otherwise it wouldn't lead me back here. Seven floors. I mean, if I didn't miss something, why would it lead me back here, right? Why would it tell me to go back over there? I don't even know how to get there. How am I supposed to get there? Do I jump across? No, I can't, because that's a higher ledge than me. So you think, oh, okay, cool, I'll just... Whatever, I'll kill you and we'll see what that does for me. Nothing, it does nothing, but we'll see. We'll just see, right? I mean, we just gotta see. I'm having so much fun. This game, man, I don't know what words to use to describe this game other than it's a video game, you know? I don't know where it wants me to go, because it clearly, what it does, it'll clearly point you to go in one direction, and then it takes you in a completely different direction, and you're just supposed to figure it out. Like, how am I supposed to get over there? There is no clear way for me to get over there whatsoever. But there's a chest there, so obviously it's important for me to get over there. Obviously it's something I can't do right now, I assume, right? So naturally I would assume, like maybe I gotta push one of these blocks or something. Like, you never know. You just never know. And sometimes they'll explain it to you, sometimes they won't. In this case, they happen to not. So you're just left on your own to wander. And this is not a me issue this time around. This is a game issue. Like, it seems to clearly want me to go in one direction, and I say, yeah, that's great, I'll go there. And then it says, nope, not that way. No, we wanted you to go this way. So I look at them and I say, alright, you know what, that's fair too. I'll go that way. If that's the way you wanted me to go, hell, I'll go that way. They say, nope, that's not where we said we wanted you to go. We want you to go this way. How do I go that way without going that way first? And how do I go this way without doing that thing first? And how do I get that if I can't even get there? Other games do this same concept in a way that's well. This ain't one of them. This looks like an open door, but I can't walk through it, as much as I try to. And then you think, oh well, it's not open, it's clearly blocked, right? Clearly it's blocked, right? So I hit some crazy lever to make it be unblocked. And then it still does nothing for me. There you are. You're over there now. You're back at the entrance to the dungeon. You're back at the entrance to the dungeon. That's why. That's why they wanted me to go to the beginning. Alright. I'm, And see, that would be fine if they didn't... Playtime's over. Okay, cool. So that's the boss fight. We're gonna try one time. One single time, and if we fail, stream's over. I don't know what this guy would be weak against, so we're gonna hit him with everything. He's weak against wind. That's good. We learned that. He's not weak against the other one. So we're just gonna keep using wind on him over and over and over again. Not gonna use our weapons, we're just gonna use a wind spell. Now we have to heal him. I'm gonna give a cure spell to her. She's gonna use the attack. What? Oh, okay. I thought that I accidentally somehow attacked myself and I would have freaked. What was that? That was weird. I don't know what that was. Oh. What the fuck? I ain't letting it end like that. Hell no. How was I supposed to know that that's... So clearly there's some strategy here going on. Clearly there's something else going on here. Let me pay attention. Psych shield. So... does that mean that its next attack is going to be... It did it 3 times. What does that mean? Does that mean that its next 3 turns it's going to be completely immune to any spells? Psych shield is down. Uh-huh. So now it's immune. And now it's not immune. Now it's weak. Oh, okay. That's just nifty, because you saw him at full health, full health, full... Fuck this guy. We're killing him now. I was gonna do it next stream. I ain't doing it next stream. We're killing him now. I need something to make me feel better about myself, and this guy is gonna have to be it. Unfortunately for him and the rest of his bloodline, this is unfortunately how it has to end for him. He's gonna die today, and it's gonna be painful. Psych Shield. So I can't use any spells on Psych Shield. I have to use a regular attack. I won't even use an attack, I'll just use this as an opportunity to heal up. See, now his Psych Shield's down. I'm gonna attack him with this. Then you're gonna cure yourself. Cure yourself, now! Yeah, there you go. Weaken, you bastard. Now he's got Psych Shield up again, so I can't use the spells or else it'll totally reflect and it'll just kill us to death. So I use this as an opportunity to heal ourselves. That's bad. Please don't. Please. Pile driver. Fine. As long as it's not that stupid stone one. Okay. Flare. Cure yourself now! Alright. Alright, I'm feeling a little good about gooder about this. Okay, he's using Psych Shield. He's almost dead. He's using Psych Shield. We're gonna cure her and then just defend. Psych Shield should be down now. But I'm not gonna risk it. We'll just do regular attacks. Now the Psych Shield is down, so if I used a spell there, that's okay. Alright. So now the Psych Shield is down. Cure her, and then do the arrow spell. Boom! Sorry, did that peak the mic? That probably peaked the mic. Get absolutely toasted, you bitch. Fuck you. Ah, that's how we get there. I see now. Okay, thank God. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna cure ourselves first. Oh, we already... Perfect. I don't even need to. Good. Good. Sky coin. That's the last coin. That means we can go to the last area in the last part of the game, and we're almost done. We're finally almost done. Oh man, it's been an adventure. And I say that word loosely. That's not adventure in a very fun way. That's not the term, the method of which I use it. Now where do I go? Oh, do I go back this way? I think I do. Yep. I'm gonna go down. And then I think that's where... This is where... No. Maybe I went... No, this has to be the way. There was a way to get... You remember, you were there. I say to nobody, there was a way. You saw it to get to the entrance of the dungeon again. How do I get to the entrance of the dungeon again? Because it transported me to the 7th floor. Why it felt the need to do that, I don't know, when I was at the entrance of the dungeon. Are you kidding me? Whatever. I gotta walk all the way back, I gotta walk all the way back. That's fine. Just let me be done. I said, let me be done. I don't know, maybe you missed that part. I said, let me be done. There we go. Finally. What a horrible dungeon that was. So now everything's back to normal in Windia, even though everything was already back to normal in Windia. What is a shit-faced old man gotta say? We still have Captain Mac to worry about. Spencer said you'd help. Reuben, are you okay? Yeah, and guess what I found when I fell? A stairway to the top of the focus tower. Stairway? I've got it. If we refill the dry lake, we can save Captain Mac. How? Go to Spencer's tunnel, set a bomb there, and the water from the upper lake will spill into the dry lake. But Spencer's tunnel is caved in. There is one way. If you mean it was about And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the story. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is where we end today as well. Gotta set a note for myself. We gotta go back to Spencer's place. I'm not gonna remember that for next stream. So you know what I'll just do? I'll just go there now. And I'll save it on the map, the world map. We'll save it there. Or we won't, because I don't want to go through that whole focus tower crap right now. We'll do that next stream. Thank you for watching. Okay, wow. Well, this was quite a stream, I have to admit. We had a lot of outages there. It looks like we've been stable for the past 10 minutes. That's good. We had a good discussion, I think, about Nintendo and about the game industry as a whole. I think that was a really good discussion. A good talk that we had there, me and nobody that's here. So yeah, I will upload these VODs now if they they're probably gonna look awful, but it is what it is. I gotta figure out a fix to all this, cause oh boy, streaming is not my friend, and I gotta figure out how to do this a little bit better. And hopefully by the next time you see me, I'll have figured that out. Don't know when that'll be, but we'll see. We'll just have to find out when we find out. Everyone, you have a great day. I'll see you when I see you. Peace out.